The word obsession encompasses the mindset of everyone at Mossy Oak. We obsess over hiding from, chasing, and conserving the critters we pursue. In this episode, we follow Will Dixon, son of the late Bob Dixon, one of Mossy Oak's very first employees, as he reflects on time spent with his father while chasing turkeys in Wyoming. This is The Obsessed.
So I met Bob Dixon, in '87. I'd heard about him before I ever met him, but I knew of him from Will Primos, who was our earliest supporter at Mossy Oak. And he was on the Primos Pro staff. I knew that. And I heard he was going to help Will with his early videos. And so we were invited to be on the video. And when we got there, I'll never forget coming around the bend in the road, seeing this elaborate TV production crew filming two guys leaning over under these lights and tents and stuff. And there were two guys, and I recognized Will, so I knew the other guy was Bob Dixon. And we walked up there. I think I was with Cuz, and we're kind of being quiet, not to disturb him. And I could hear him talking about, one of them talking about the J-shaped gobbler dropping and how that, meant that it was a gobbler, and they were talking about the difference between a hen and gobbler droppings. And so the first thing I ever said to Bob Dixon, I said, "It's nice to meet a man who knows his poop." I was a fan. He had the most infectious, great, wonderful personality, instant wit that I've ever known. And, we became fast friends in the first day that I ever met him.
But how lucky we are to be able to come out here and do this and spend time in the outdoors, and what a privilege it is. And it's so easy to take it for granted. It's so easy to take it for granted. I'm a lucky man to be able to do this right here. What I'm not gonna be so lucky about is trying to get him up this hill.
The main thing I can always remember about everybody that came along, and especially Bob, is he really believed in Mossy Oak. He really believed in the camouflage and what we were trying to do. And, he just, I didn't have that much. We couldn't afford that much at that time. But he's like, "I believe in what y'all are doing. I'll do it." It was just amazing. And then the chemistry with him and Bill and then Cuz and everybody really just set the tone for the growth of Mossy Oak like I could have never dreamed. I guess the number one thing I want people to really take in about Bob Dixon, and it's been 15 or more years now since he passed from this earth, is that forever, and I said this at the wake the 2 days after he died, I want to be sure everybody knew. It just struck me, and it's not even not necessarily just to pay tribute to Bob, but it's the truth. If you look around here today and all over the world, and just more different types of businesses than you can even count, you see that Mossy Oak logo. You hear the name used. Just everybody needs to know that without Bob Dixon, there probably wouldn't be. There probably wouldn't be a Mossy Oak today like it is. Now, I can say that about a couple other people too. I'm not leaving them out, but I'm telling you, he was that important to Mossy Oak and to me and to our family and our team, Bill, Cuz, all of us in those early days, and he always will be. Man, I miss him so much. It's so hard, even all these years later. And you think about, but all you can ever do is be grateful for all the great memories. And man, we had so much fun raising the kids together. And we all had a place to take our kids and spend time together. And it was a really good place, but it wasn't necessarily how good the hunting was. It's just all that time spent, together and taking the kids. Oh my goodness, it was so much fun. And how much time and love he put into Will, and they hunted together all the time. They were inseparable. As great, honestly, as great of a daddy, and especially an outdoors and hunting, fishing dad as I've ever known.
everywhere I go it's beautiful, but this place has been truly breathtaking. And to be able to do what I love most and call up turkeys for people here has been incredible. And just getting to reconnect, and you see Neil and Daniel, and it's just, we pick up where we left off years ago. Even though we hadn't seen each other in a couple months or a year, it's just like best friends when you're back together. You pick right up where you left off. It's been a blast, truly been a blast. And this hunt, these memories are something I wouldn't trade for anything in the world. Let's see. I moved to West Point when my dad was hired by Mossy Oak. I had my first birthday there. I'm 2 or 3 years older than Daniel and Neil. Don't remember life not knowing them. My earliest memories of Mossy Oak were a one-room or one-office building downtown, West Point, Mississippi. Sold camouflage out of the front and offices in the back. I can remember going in there as a child and there'd be a dead turkey hung up in the back room where someone had killed one before work that morning. And you'd go in and sit in Uncle Bill's office or Dad's office or Mr. Toxey's office and hear the story. People ask me, what does Mossy Oak mean to me? And to me, it means family. My dad was a great guy. He never met someone he wasn't friends with or didn't like. It didn't take people spending, 5 minutes with him to feel like they were best friends. He was one of the original, 6 people of Mossy Oak back when they sold camouflage door to door, mom and pop store to mom and pop store before it is a company it grew into. I've been very fortunate and blessed. I was just lucky enough to be the one that got to call him Dad. See, I don't remember not hunting. I really don't. I started turkey hunting when I was 6 years old. I'm about to turn 30. But I still remember my first one like it was yesterday. And Dad said, kill him now, kill him now. And I shot, and all I could see was fire. I didn't even know if I'd killed the turkey. And we ran out there, and he scooped me up. And I remember him looking at me and saying, son, burn this hunt into your mind forever, because you'll never kill another first turkey. I still have that shell at my house that I shot the first turkey with him. We had lots of great experiences together. He was truly my best friend. And I remember Dad sitting us down and telling us he was sick, trying to explain it to us, and being just a child, not fully grasping what it meant. And to learn about cancer and the terrible disease that it is. And we're blessed. The Mossy Oak family supported us and did things above and beyond to help in any way they could. And it just wasn't in God's plan. He has a plan for us all. But as Dad got sick, I watched him, and he started doing, I remember the first camouflage Bible that came out with, the Hunter's Bible, and going with him to different conventions and hearing him speak about how the Lord had worked in his life, and getting to watch him testify and bring people to the Lord. And they put me on a plane and flew me to Minneapolis to see him. I think at that point, they all realized that the end was very near. I was young, I didn't quite realize it, still holding on to hope that he would get better. And I got to see him one last time while he was up and able to talk to me. And we talked about hunting. The last words he ever said to me were, "We'll be hunting turkeys in no time." And I didn't understand that for a while because he passed away very, very shortly after that. But as I've gotten older, I've come to understand what he meant. He's with me all the time. Every time I sit down and yelp at one. He's moving to the right.
That may be, I think that's a group of turkeys in the one here.
I swear there's two tallest trees over there?
Yeah, that's where that turkey got.
Right,
but that last gobble was over here.
Yeah, you open that box. Yeah, they're not fat at all. Dang, man. Hey, come on. Hey, put the decoys in the road here now. Get right there.
As I've gotten older and my focus has changed and my perspective, you gotta enjoy every second. It used to be more, faster, just go, and now it's like I've taken a step back and you look at the bigger picture and really appreciate the small things in life and take it all in, because you're never guaranteed another day, every sunrise, every sunset, because you don't ever know if you'll never get to yelp at another one. What fuels my obsession now is to give back, making sure that my children, your children, hopefully one day my grandchildren, they have the same opportunities that I've had to experience the great outdoors. I'm Will Dixon, and I am obsessed.